coming off the most successful season in Crusader history in 2011 when we played for a state championship. We came back in 2012 to find out that we had been moved into the largest division of TAPS. And like we had done before, we'd end up playing Thomas and Pius and Beaumont Kelly. But now we've been moved up in the largest division. There's only 4 teams, and that means we're going to play each team twice so we can fill our schedule. So we got to play Thomas twice, Pius twice, Beaumont Kelly twice. That's our district schedule, 1 away, 1 home. But really proud of our kids. When we first found out we were in that district, a lot of people were telling us I wouldn't play, but that wasn't our approach. We knew we had an established program, and we were going to rely on the program to help us make it through. But at that time, you had to be top 3 to make the playoffs, and we ended up beating Beaumont Kelly twice that year, and so we kept that streak alive, making the playoffs. And really proud of that group of young men because they faced some real difficult times and challenges. We followed up 2013 by being district runner-up. We actually ended up beating Pius, first time in program history that we beat them at our place, and should have beat them at their place. They actually kicked a last minute, I think 3 seconds left on the clock, they kick a long field goal to win the game.
The seniors that year were, to me, still like the greatest football players I've ever witnessed. Like all those guys like David Brandenburg, Riley Satterfield, Zach Heiler, like watching them, I was like, man, these guys are dogs. And the record didn't reflect how good I felt they were. We lost a lot of close games.
We had kind of, for the previous or like 3 or 4 weeks leading up to senior night, been messing around trying to drop kick the ball. And I had gotten pretty good at it. And so we kind of drew up our own drop kick play. Beaumont Kelly and the score had kind of gotten out of hand a little bit. We were handling them pretty well, and we scored a touchdown, and without the coaches knowing, we decided to run our little drop kick play. The long snapper really wanted to see the drop kick, so after he snapped it, he turned around and was watching me, and someone came A-gap right up the middle, and I got the drop kick off and it was blocked. That's the film of it. I remember specifically. You can see Bobby and the other coaching staff not knowing what's going on and kind of looking disappointed and upset maybe. But I scooped the blocked drop kick attempt, kind of rolled back around and ended up finding Zach Heiler in the back of the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
In that largest division, we end up with a playoff win in that largest division of TAPS. So those 2 years of football were very important in our program. We demonstrated how the program was established and the program took over.
2015, and it's special for a couple of reasons. Of course, that was my son's senior season, so that made it special. I'll be able to have an opportunity to coach my own son.
I'm Ty Lindquist, and my last season, I guess, was in fall of 2015. It was my senior season.
Those kids played their butts off, and we didn't have a great regular season, but what happened was we got in the playoffs and we went to Austin.
Thinking about it, of all the classes that I've seen come through Concordia, which, you know, as I've been hanging around my dad a lot, I've seen quite a few come through. We were probably the least talented group of seniors that I've seen come through there.
We pulled out our second playoff win in 6A football.
We weren't most necessarily the most talented team that we had, but again, we kind of made up for that with our effort given. We were always good about giving like complete effort, doing everything we can till the end of the game. After we won the game, just that, you know, singing the doxology and the fight song, that was one of the most emotional times that it was, like, that it happened.
It proved our point that, you know, you take the hand that's dealt you, you work hard, you get after it, and you know what, you continue to believe in each other, you build those relationships, you play together as a team, and you got an opportunity to be successful, and that's what that proved. 2017, again, that year, we finished in district as a district runner-up. We finished the year 9-2. We ended up losing the first round of the playoffs, but certainly in 6A, our best overall season from start to finish during the regular season and the district season.
It was almost movie-like, the things that were happening senior year, but like for every win that we had, for every highlight, for every great moment, like we were thinking back like, man, sophomore year, like what if we didn't buy in after sophomore year? What if we were just like, well, we're just getting, clowned on every Friday, we're getting beat every Friday, but that wasn't the case. We started to take initiative junior year, and then everything kind of played out senior year.
Ended up, for the first time ever in the program history, beating St. Thomas.
The culmination, really, of everything I just said was being on the team that beat St. Thomas for the first time. Like you said, like we haven't liked these guys for a long time. I remember the first time that we beat St. Pius, and to be able to be on the team that beat St. Thomas for the first time at their field, it was like, this is literally like look around, take this moment in. This is not just we were better than them tonight. Yes, that was the case, but there was so much that went into it. Thinking about everything that went into it before my window, I'm overflowed with gratitude for what I got to experience.
2021, we start off that season 0-4. What do winners do? They get after it and make winning happen, and that's what these kids did. It's been really easy at 0-4 to throw in the towel. Our seniors did a great job of leading that team. We ended up finishing district 4-2, and that's huge because we played better people in district than we did pre-district, and that has a lot to say for those seniors that year.
Can't say enough about the senior leadership of all these teams and how hard they worked, how much they believed, how much they bought in to our program, and it's a credit to the young men that we've had in our program, and just their willingness to trust and believe in us as coaches. As we always say, player to player, coach to coach, player to coach, and coach to player. Those relationships have been awesome over the years, and I can't say enough about them. Love all you guys.
Do you think the biggest outcome is of any kid who plays with Coach Lindquist and Coach Christian as their head coach?
The things that Coach Christian and my dad, the things that they always coached the best was just life lessons and like faith.
So the biggest thing for me is that program changed my life. When I transferred down in 2010, I thought I was a basketball player. And when I got down to Concordia, I became in love with the game of football. And that was just because of the way that I got coached and the way that they taught everything. And that just made such a big impact in my life, and ultimately got me to fall in love with the game, made me want to go play it in college and pursue it, and then led me to get to the career path that I got to in coaching, because those guys made such a big impact in my life.
I think about a bounce in your step, a smile on your face, and Jesus in your heart. And that's a saying that I know that Coach Lindquist carried on and continue to use, and I use it with my school kids in 6th grade science here at Trinity, as well as on the football field here as well. Just a man who was aware of God's plan for him in his life and did everything he could to carry it out, without a doubt.
For the ball, never see it. It hits right behind me. Coach Lindquist starts ripping me, catch the ball, what are you doing, blah, blah. And I'm like, and of course I made the mistake of going, I can't see, I'm looking into the sun. Mistake, don't talk back to coach, that was a terrible idea. Get off the bus coming home, he comes up, finds me, and apologizes for that. And I was just like shocked that, that he came up to me and apologized. I was totally in the wrong, but he was like, you know what, that's, you're right. I shouldn't have ripped you like that, blah, 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 whatever. And that was huge. And just being that kind of vulnerable.
And, just loving working your ass off. That's the joyful giving of yourself. It really just comes back to that. Like, how can you enjoy working your ass off with a smile on your face and enjoying the grit and the suck and the things that make you uncommon? And I think we really embraced that well because of Coach Christian, Coach Lindquist, and just like you said, just slow drip, just over and over and over and over again. And, reaping the rewards of that on Friday nights was super sweet.
Memorizing definitions, right? Like work, the things you have to do in order to achieve your goal, effort, the joyful giving of yourself for a worthy cause, that would separate you from others. Like that is who I am. That is, I've used that in Marshall. That's what we're using in Bastrop. They look at me like I'm crazy, like, man, who's this guy, putting definitions to words? And it's like, hey, me, you need to go talk to the real crazy ones, Coach Lindquist, Coach Christian, the ones who did it, because like they saw every single opportunity, whether it was like inside the red zone, inside the hallway, inside the classroom, as a teaching moment. And they always had to be on because as a coach, like you never get to turn it off, right? Because somebody's always looking up to you and someone's always depending on you to have the answer. There aren't many days that go by or that have gone by in my career so far where either Coach Christian or Coach Lindquist haven't kind of come to the forefront.
Our whole philosophy has always been to outwork our opponent. Get 8 minutes worth of work done in 5 minutes time. It's always been to take the hand that's dealt you and do the best you can with it.
Seeing all the verbiage, the signs and everything. And, I've been around football programs where, there's signs and play like a champion, play to win. But, we actually spoke this language every day. And, we took it with us out here for our program and for all the guys that were coming through and doing the things that we spoke every day, playing hard, playing with purpose, playing like a champion, being proud of who we were, where we're from, and what we represent every day, every game, every rep, every step. It all made sense, and it connected to this right here.